Hello, so this arrived today. It's my new Chinese MF11, aka the FMJ05 gas mask. Because lots of you might know I previously had this one. The issue was this is a size small. As you can see, it's a size 1 on there. They use the Soviet sizing system as far as I'm aware. My thumb's probably just about covering that one. It's not the easiest thing to see, but size 1. This one is a size 3. This was advertised as medium, but it's more of a large, I would say. But yeah, you might be able to see from that that this mask is definitely the big one. But what I thought was interesting is there's some slight design differences between this and the older type, so I thought I'd cover that in this video. And there might just be lots of different Chinese factories make these, so they're not made to an specific spec. The old one I had fabric straps. This one has those sort of adjustable rubber straps. Thankfully, it seems they're well-designed adjustable rubber straps, not the type the PUDA gas mask had where they like to ping off the mask. Although I found this one was actually less comfortable with my nose, so I don't know if that's because it's too big and therefore having an opposite effect. I'm also going to check this one to see if it's NATO threaded. So anyway, if you don't know, these are basically, at one point the FMJ05 was a Chinese military gas mask with a drinking tube. They were sold on the export market without the drinking tubes, called the MF11 gas mask, I believe. So these are pretty much MF11s. Another very minor thing I noticed that was different on the inside is the exhale valve / voice diaphragm on this one is a grey colour rather than being like a green and a grey. So that's the only difference there. But otherwise it's pretty much exactly the same. The rubber feels slightly different on this one. I wouldn't say it's necessarily better or worse, but I don't know if that's just due to age or something like that. So, got a sealed GOS filter here. I don't really want to open that, but let's just check, is it NATO threaded? Because as far as I'm aware, these Romanian filters are actually NATO threaded. So what I want to see is, does that screw in alright, or is it a GOS threaded mask? It seems to have screwed in, although it's a bit cross-threaded at the bottom, saying that. Let's just take this filter out again and give it another go, because I'm hoping these are going to be NATO threaded, these masks, because you don't ideally want one that's GOS threaded. No, there we go, it screwed in fine. It was just me cross-threading it a bit as I screwed it in. So, there we are. So, as I said, 6-point adjustable rubber head harness. Let me put it on. As I said, the only thing I find slightly uncomfortable with this is the nose. It's gone from being too small to too big. But, yeah, let's get this adjusted. The main reason is it kind of just pushes into the bridge of my nose a bit too hard. But yeah, let's find where these straps are. These are weirdly kind of hard to feel to tighten when they're fully loosened for some reason, I don't know why. But can I get my thumb on that one? Oh no, I think it's got the bloody PUDA strap system, look at that. Fuck's sake. Because yeah, if it uses the PUDA strap system, this mask is suddenly just shit, basically, from good to shit. But let me just hope that was a one-off. I suppose, worst case scenario, I can probably move the straps over from, you know, this one to that one, but if you see the buckles on this one are kind of different. They're the actual kind of classic adjustable straps, not these kind of let's hold them on by friction, because that's a good idea of something that you have to pull. So let's pop this back here like that. Let's thread this through. Because I've got a bite on my finger, it's not the easiest thing to do in the world, trying to thread these back through. But let's hope that the main issue was that I just got this undone to a stage where the strap wasn't held on by its own tension very well. So, actually, I think, looking at this, this one's been put on backwards, has it? Yeah, I think this bracket's been put on backwards. So whoever did that in the factory, or have they? It's hard to say. Or have I put this bit on backwards? Again, this is... Again, I like these masks, but the problem sometimes is I find with some of these cheaper Chinese masks is that they've kind of got a very simple design flaw that lets the mask down, and that could just be something as simple as, you know, they've not, fuck's sake, not thought about the strap system very well. So I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping I can get this strap, run that back through here, which isn't ever the easiest thing in the world, especially like I say when you've got I'm doing it out of frame, which probably isn't very interesting for the people viewing it, but it'll give you an idea of what you're going to expect. So the thing is, I really like these masks in terms of how good the mask is for the price. The issue is, again, the straps aren't very good. But I found that sometimes with even like higher grade NATO style masks that, you know, oh, we've designed a really good mask, but why would we want to actually put good straps on it, you know, and it lets the whole thing down. So anyway, that's that threaded back through. It might be a case of if you loosen this, don't fully loosen the straps. So let's get that back on. So tighten that one, tighten this one. Okay, that's the bottom two tightened. That's those tightened. Right, it's certainly not as bad as the PUDA as when I'm tightening the straps they ping off. I've over tightened those top straps, so let's loosen that a bit. Let's loosen these two ever so slightly. I might have to adjust this nose cup, I think, because it doesn't seem to be very comfortable for my nose. That bit's fine, but yeah, I'm going to have to definitely adjust this nose cup because it really is pushing onto the bridge of my nose. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to bother doing this on the video now, but I think I'm going to have to trim down the nose cup because, again, I've gone from having one of these masks that was too small, so it physically just crushed my nose, and this one it's just basically shoving down the bridge of my nose like that. So how I'm going to do that is, I reckon, if you just want to see what it looks like looking out of the gas mask, although obviously a camera shows differently, but I reckon I'm going to have to probably get some scissors, cut this middle bit of it here, and then maybe just trim down some of the oral nasal cup ever so slightly, because yeah, it's nice that it has an oral nasal cup in it, but again, it's, you know, it's not that comfortable. I don't suppose you can just easily pull the oral nasal cup out. Let me just have a quick look and see if that's possible, because if so, I'm just going to see how bad it is for fogging without an oral nasal cup in it. But yeah, I assume it's just held in place by this plastic at the bottom, but is that an easy enough thing to remove or not? Let's have a look. It's a bit of a rambling video. Also, the decontamination video, hopefully I'll get a chance to film it tomorrow. If not, I'll film it for Saturday for sure. Because I was waiting for the UV bulb that's come now, but I've not got very long to film this video before other people want to walk through the house, so I can't do a long decon video today. But yeah, it's not going to be the easiest thing to remove in the world, unfortunately. So yeah, what I'm going to do then with this mask is get some scissors, probably cut this bit here, trim it down a bit, so it's less of a sort of big bit there. Because it's kind of a weird system when I've got that bit where it goes like that, but yeah. So otherwise, straps aren't as good, unfortunately, on this one as the previous one. It isn't an issue that they're rubber straps. So they've put cheaper buckles on this than they used to have on the older ones, which is a shame, but I guess it's to make them cheaper to mass produce. But nowhere near as bad as the PUDA. But again, the mask itself is actually quite good for what it is. But yeah, I'm going to have to, for sure, cut down the nose cup to make that fit, because again, this is really uncomfortable for some reason. I don't quite know why they designed it in the way they did, but they did. Yeah, so unfortunately this isn't a glowing recommendation, because as I said, just the cheapest, well, not the cheaper, but the fabric strap system they had on the previous versions of the MF11 was a lot better. So there's that, and the oral nasal cup. Weirdly, it seems like the same system in that one, it's just more comfortable, but as I said, it's just the issue is that this one is too small for my face. So I've gone from having one that's too small to one that's too big, and I'm now going to have to adjust, but as I said, it should be hopefully a case of just cutting it, and as these are like £20, $20 brand new from AliExpress, no harm done. It's not like you're harming an antique or something if you cut that. So yeah, hopefully you find this video helpful. Because yeah, these aren't bad masks, it's just there's a couple of design flaws, but again, they're like $20 or something, so not bad at all. But if you could pay $20 for this, or $25 for like that panoramic one, I'd advise the panoramic one over this, but these are good masks, just it's a shame they've cheapened the strap system really, and the oral nasal cup could be a bit better thought out, but I suppose at least it's got one on the cheap mask.